Can't fail the test if it's not graded. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. When you break down the whole PLE schedule for WWE in the year 2025, and you talk about what was the weakest show on that slate, many people, me included, would point squarely right there at WrestlePalooza. And coming out of that show, there was a big talking point, and it wasn't Cody Rhodes retaining the championship in the main event, but it was the letter grade that was attached to the review by Andreas Hale of ESPN, talking about the show, where he gave the show a C. And this was something that really put the guy firmly in the spotlight. And you got to think about this, right? This guy was in a very tricky position, right? He writes for ESPN, who is now in bed with the WWE, and you want people to sign up for the show, but you got somebody who works for one half of that partnership, basically telling you that the show is mid, right? So the guy was in a very interesting position. Didn't want to not be himself and not express his true opinion, while also trying to tiptoe the line of being a good soldier. But according to the guys at Post Wrestling, letter grades attached to these reviews are no more. You will not be seeing any more C's, D's. You most definitely won't be seeing any more F's, right? If there was ever an F given to this show ever, it's never going to happen again, right? And we've seen things like this slowly but surely creep into the world of the WWE. You've heard it from guys like Triple H, who have basically said, stop looking at things like a critic and just watch it as a fan. WWE has been very vocal over the last several years of not being a fan of criticism of their product. And we've seen it where WWE eliminated the post-show scrums, where they don't really, want any legitimate questions asked towards them. It got to a point where you just had guys asking, different wrestlers what their favorite Waffle House order was, and then it got to a point where you just have Triple H speaking with the other talking heads involved in WWE, such as Peter Rosenberg and things like that, where they know they won't be asked anything that is going to be a hard-hitting question. And now with the removal of the letter grades, it just kind of really feels like to me where it's like WWE is kind of shaking their fist and they're saying, hey, don't say our shitty show was shitty. And it's just kind of interesting because we hear all these different debates about different sections of the audience. What really matters? Is it the people in the arena? Is it the people online? Or is it a mixture of both? And we hear all these different times of people saying, well, the people online don't matter. It's just the people who pay tickets to see this show. But if we look back towards the build towards WrestleMania 40, where we saw the whole basically wrestling world turn on The Rock for taking Cody Rhodes' spot, one of the main factors that was a big part in getting the story switched back to where everybody got the result where they wanted was the outcry from the fans on the internet. Same thing with Bryan Danielson in WWE. We've seen it on multiple different occasions. Same thing where Roman Reigns was totally rejected, and we saw the cash in of Seth Rollins on Brock Lesnar and him to kind of appease everybody. So we've seen it to the point where it's like the internet fans have played a part in getting things creatively switched up. So I don't think that we can have it, where it's like you're speaking out of, two ends of your mouth, where it's like, yeah, we don't care about what the internet fans say, but we're also going to sit there and remove the letter grades. It's like you can't have it both ways, right? Do they not matter or do they matter? It is just kind of interesting how they've taken the position where it's like, unless you're saying something good about us, we don't want to hear it. It's just kind of interesting to see how this is all playing out with WWE and all these things. At the end of the day, does it really matter? Do letter grades really matter? No. But I think the effect of trying to silence anybody that is even remotely critical of your product, it doesn't glaze it to no end. I think it shows a lot of insecurity by WWE, and whether it's higher ups above Triple H or Triple H himself, I think it's a bit unnecessary and some weak sauce. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Do you think it's a big deal, or do you think that WWE is just, playing scared? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.